Welcome back. How are you?
So good to see you.
Good to see you.
We're too far apart from each other.
We are.
You owe me a hug.
This is Kathy Smith. Kathy works with Valerie Parhill. Valerie was here all weekend long. Had to give her at least a couple hours off.
Just a couple hours. She drove home this morning.
Yeah, I know.
So.
In the theme of bigger is better, take a look at these wreaths. Keep in mind, they're made by hand, one by one by one. There are two sizes, two prices. One is a 23-inch, which, by the way, that's now considered to be a standard size, if
this
you will.
is the more traditional size. This is the size that most likely you'll put on your front door or over your mantle.
Okay. What if your front doors are a little more stately than mine?
Or if you have a double entryway, a foyer. Yes.
Or a bigger mantelpiece, you know, that floor to ceiling stone fireplace. A regular wreath it just gets dwarfed. It's tiny. So Valerie did a 32-inch.
Wow.
And these are stunning. Just the number of different greens. The pine cones are hand painted. They're kiln dried.
Gorgeous.
Ribbon, by the way, I had this conversation, grown man wearing makeup talking about ribbon with Valerie Parhill for 20 minutes yesterday. We had this long, lengthy discussion about how ribbon is so difficult to work with. She did all the work.
Yes. She picked the colors for you. You're also having in there the shatterproof bowl, the shatterproof ornaments. They're going to be in gold, green, and red. You're even seeing that on some of the reds she did a shiny finish, on some she did the matted finish. But what she did was filled up the whole wreath with greens. The back of this wreath is actually a wire base, so it is chock full of greens. And then she went in with the higher end greens of your balsams, your cedars. We tucked those in, put in the pine cones, as you mentioned. She decided to do a gold tip on the pine cones, and then that beautiful, beautiful ribbon.
She's so good at what she does.
She loves ribbons, she loves fabric, she loves plaids and mixing textures like that.
But unless you know Valerie, and here's the wonderful thing, if you just watch her shows, you know Valerie.
You do. She is who she is.
I'm blessed to personally know her. She has this way of creating an elegance that's never pretentious.
It's true.
To me, this is warm and inviting and friendly.
Yes.
And it's wonderfully bizarre that this fits into any type of decor.
Well, and also...
I'm farmhouse decor.
Yes, this would work.
But, I mean, this could be Manhattan.
Yes.
Above a fireplace near the flat screen TV.
I agree.
High tech, and still works beautifully. Look at that.
Well, it has that traditional look. With this wreath, she was going for a traditional look for Christmas.
Yep.
The ribbon itself, you'll notice, is a burgundy. It's really close to red. It's a cross between red and maroon. So it's a burgundy stripe that's done in the velvet.
This is Christmas 2019 red.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Then it has the gold stripe that's going to be done in more of that sparkly tone. And then, of course, the ribbon is wired. So you're going to be able to move this. Valerie loves to pull the center bow. She loves to pull the tails straight.
Yep.
I like to put a wave in mine. So when you get yours home,
you have always been a rebel.
I like to say I'm the middle of the night version of Valerie, right?
That's gorgeous. That's wonderful. She still makes it easy. You don't have to do a lot of zhuzhing.
Right.
Which I'm not kidding, that's actually a term. That is the official term for
Yes.
those people who work in the Christmas industry that fluff stuff. Now, a little smaller.
But still that traditional size. It probably looks smaller because it's next to the jumbo wreath.
This is actually a very plush 23-inch wreath.
It is. Look at how
thick. For $29, that is very, very popular.
Look at how thick and full this is. So it's done on a wire base, so it really has that look of a wreath. This is also going to sit tabletop very nicely for you. It's going to sit flat, so if you do want to do it flat and have one of our beautiful mercury glass hurricanes coming up through the center, that'll look gorgeous too.
My producer today is Tori. Tori, I want to make sure I've got my numbers right. Am I correct that I've got less than 240 of the smaller wreath even left in inventory? Okay, that is correct. Wow. I've got even less of the 32-inch. There's 100 in this 32-inch to go around from coast to coast. And when they're gone, they're gone. So maybe you need that one bigger wreath for above the fireplace.
Yeah.
Or do you have a larger window?
Yeah.
The office my office window is the only big window in our house.
Okay.
So I can't put a regular wreath on there because then it looks dinky.
Right, right.
So these are indoor or covered patio only.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
If you want to have it out front, we just ask for you to have it on a covered porch. But again, it has that traditional look. It has the traditional colors to it. You're seeing there that we chose, when we have it over the mantle, we chose to put the big bow down at the bottom. So you'll get to do that when you get home. Do you want the big bow down at the bottom where the tails are kind of hanging down here? Or do you want it up at the top where the bow would be there and the tails hanging down here? But traditional look of the Christmas holiday with all of your shatterproof ornaments, red, gold, and green in the ornaments, and then that stunning ribbon that Valerie picked for this wreath is just gorgeous.
By the way, the sprigs that you see in our mantelpiece are coming up a little bit later on, which is an incredible way of just adding an element of surprise that you didn't have before. I will say this, if any of you have ever done any crafting, have you ever tried to make a wreath? It seems simple. I mean, it's
not so
just
much.
a circle. Making a wreath and making it right is absolutely one of the toughest things to do.
It sure is.
And going to my local craft store just to buy all these supplies, look at this. Here's one type of greenery. Here's a second. Here's a third. Here's a fourth. There's a fifth. This is jam-packed with greenery. I don't know that I could buy just the supplies for $25, $26, $27, $29. And then I have to make it myself.
Yes, and try to get it full enough. Try to get all the greens tucked in
and the balance
secure
of the
enough.
colors,
and and the sweet little ornaments that Valerie put in. So this is a wreath that you're going to hang on your front door, literally year after year after year for the next 10, 15 years.
And again, I have no objection to hanging wreaths inside at windows.
Yes.
I used to hang them outside.
It's hard to hang them outside.
Yeah, especially second story, and I'm afraid of heights, and so
it creates an issue.
When you've got something that's fuller and more lush, it shows up beautifully from the street from inside. I do a lot of decorating with wreaths. My wife thought I was crazy. Every door in our house inside
Love it, Dan.
has a wreath.
Good for you.
And it took me years to be able to do it, but it really adds a sense of charm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do much interior decorating at all because I'm so busy working on the lights outside.
Right.
But people always, it makes me laugh and smile. People comment on the inside of my home. It's all done with Valerie wreaths and garland from the folks at Bethlehem Lights.
Right. It's the traditional look.
Right.
A wreath is the traditional welcoming look. And now that we have it for the season, perfect.
I love these.
I love it.
Listen, what we've got in quantity is all that we could get. Customer top rated. They're beautiful. You're coming back.
Oh yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
You have no choice.
Okay.
You must stay.
As a matter of fact, I think I'll just walk right over here.
To the next one. Well, come on over here. Now, look at this. Tell me this wouldn't blow the minds of grandkids. I'm almost afraid to touch it because it looks like it's 100 years old.